The gold medal bout in the bantamweight division, 119 pounds, 54 kilograms. Mexican Hector Lopez, Maurizio Stecca of Italy. Lopez, who actually lives in California, but is a Mexican citizen. And Stecca, who is the top-ranked bantamweight in the world. Our referee is from Thailand, Mr. Sukar. Our judges are from the Philippines, Morocco, Tunisia, New Zealand, and Colombia. Mr. Sukar, Sampang Sukar of Thailand.
Stecca really one of the fine boxers in what is maybe one of the deepest divisions in terms of talent in this Olympic Games.
Well, American Bobby Shannon knocked down in his third round bantamweight bout. And the Americans have looked so impressive so far. Little pigtail adorning Hector Lopez of Mexico. Well, Al, you said it's been a deep division. And Stecca, the colors of Italy on his headgear. Bobby Shannon stopped on the third round bantamweight bout in the third round of that fight. And Song Kil Moon, the man who knocked Shannon out of the competition, himself stopped later on cuts in his first round of a fight against a Dominican bantamweight. So this is for the gold.
And a surprise in a way that Hector Lopez is even here, because not many expected him to get through all the tough fighters he was going to face in this division. So it's kind of a surprise he's there. Stecca, a lot of people figured he'd get to the gold medal fight.
Lopez in the green, Stecca in the blue. Stecca has advanced with 4 unanimous decisions, all 5-0 on the cards.
These fighters very similar, almost mirror images of each other. Both stand-up fighters, both with good jabs, good straight right hands. Neither known as a tremendous body puncher.
Lopez advancing to this fight in the semifinals by defeating Dale Walters of Canada unanimously. Started the tournament by knocking out an Indonesian bantamweight.
Both fighters trying to establish the jab early. That's really almost vital for them with their styles. And Stecca, I think, doing a little bit better job here.
The advantage in experience. Lopez has been in there against some good fighters, though. In fact, in preparation for the Olympics, tries the left hook. Lopez, the gold medal winner on the light flight.
And Lopez is for 17 years old.
Oh, good exchange there. Stecca goes right back to the body, a right to the face, and Lopez counters well.
Really, about the only major difference between these two fighters is that Lopez just tends to lunge a little bit. He isn't quite as disciplined as Stecca.
Lopez won his way onto the Mexican Olympic side back in May when he took out the reigning Mexican amateur bantamweight champion. That put him on the team, and he resides, as we said, in California, attends Hoover High School, but is a Mexican citizen by birth.
You just saw Lopez lunge with a left hook to the body, and I'm almost surprised Stecca didn't nail him with a right hand as he was coming in. I would expect him to do that if he tries that again.
Final seconds of the first round. At 119 pounds, the bantamweight division. Well, a surgical round one on the 20-point must system. The 5 judges tally back. Of Italy, Hector Lopez of Mexico, medal in the bantamweight division, along with Al Bernstein, ESPN's coverage of the Los Angeles Olympic Games from the LA Sports Arena. Stecca in the blue, and Lopez years in age and a number of fights in experience. Pretty good in round one against the very polished Stecca. Stecca goes to work, but Lopez out of his own.
Good right hand by Lopez, and now he has gotten this fight, I think, in territory he might feel more comfortable, brawling a little bit with Stecca.
Which is what it suddenly has turned into, a surgical display round one. They're now early in the second round. Certainly is in the Stecca family. Maurizio's brother is an accomplished professional featherweight. Our referee of Thailand.
And in the infighting, I said he can fight on the inside, but there again, Stecca, his punches are just a little bit more comfortable size.
Right uppercut. Who really now has taken control midway through. Wail right back at him.
As fighting, and he is fighting an excellent fight. You have to give Lopez credit at 7 with the #1 ranked fighter in the world and like this.
A warning on coaching, which is not allowed as Stecca right that connects. Now Lopez hanging in there, as you said, his a little bit off the mark, the hook a little wide, but he's able to return over. But Stecca, the technique.
Warning for holding behind the hip.
Hereby taking out opponents from Ireland, Colombia, and Pedro Nolasco of the Dominican.
A very fine to beat back. So Stecca is early final.
Sticking that left out there, and Stecca able to punch around it. Those with good scoring combinations. Stecca with a good flurry midway through the second round. May have scored. About in the battle, 19-pound Hector Lopez. Looking for the gold at 119. Hector Lopez of Mexico, his opponent, along with Al Bernstein, eyeing Bob Lee, and an active fight. Stecca with the experience, Lopez with loads of heart. If there is a 3-2 judge's decision, the jury will review it and can overturn it. 5 judges and 5 members of the supplemental jury.
And this is just the kind of fight where that is a possibility. Though it appears that Stecca has been a little quicker to get off the mark, and his punches have been a little more accurate. A lot of these exchanges difficult to judge.
If any judge has the fight as a draw on his card, he will then use secondary criteria to pick a winner. And on just pure number of blows thrown, Lopez, I would have to say, is, as we've been saying, has been on the mark. Warning for grabbing with the elbow.
You saw there Stecca trying to counter off the jab of Lopez and then throwing a 3-punch combination. Only one landed, but it's a good indication of what a well-schooled fighter he is.
Stecca a little bit more grabbing there with that left arm that goes unwarned.
For the first time, Lopez turned southpaw. Did it only briefly, and look at the trouble he got for it.
Stecca began to clean up along the ropes inside the final 90 seconds of this gold medal fight in the bantamweight division. Stecca of Italy, Lopez from Mexico. Fairly even. Stecca, by our eyes, has the edge. Works the head well, and Lopez now losing a little bit of the steam he showed us for the first 8 or 9 minutes of this fight, and as I said that, he begins to come alive again.
You know, I think the wild card in this fight has been the fact that early in the second round, Stecca really discovered the uppercut on the inside, and there it is. That's a punch that I think has helped him win those battles on the inside.
Another warning to Stecca. Fatigue beginning to show in both men, more so in Lopez right now than Stecca.
And why not? This has really been a quick pace.
9 minutes by the time we wrap it up. If we get that far with a stinging left by Stecca, it will be 9 minutes of great action. And again, you never can predict an amateur scorecard from the judges, so hang with us. Another warning for coaching from the corner, which is not allowed again during the bout. Lopez wanted a break. He couldn't get it, and Stecca begins to tally against him against the ropes. Well, Stecca holding the fort, the seconds of round 3. Not much down the Italian corner who they think won this fight.
Exaltation there, and they're happy as much as anything about the performance of Stecca. He just performed extremely well, as did that young man. Lopez should be happy with his effort because he fought well against a seasoned fighter, the best, in fact, in his division in the world.
They both get a medal. But the 5 judges from the Philippines, Morocco, Tunisia, New Zealand, and Colombia on the 20-point must system per round.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner on points, 4-1, in the blue corner, Maurizio Stecca.
Well, Stecca gets the gold. It was not unanimous, and that is a measure of the fight that Lopez gave him. Lopez will take the silver. That's the first fight that Stecca has not won unanimously.
And Hector Lopez disappointed and perhaps a little questioning about the decision, but I really think Stecca won that fight. He fought really a superb fight, and for Hector Lopez, he stamped himself as a fine amateur.
Well, the future for Lopez certainly is bright, and Stecca brings home the gold for Italia. Canada and the Dominican Republic will take the bronze. More boxing action on ESPN.